Today we'll start a new topic which is about acid, base and salt. This chapter is very important chapter. Your paper 6, your 50% of paper 6 based on this chapter. So there are a lot of things which you have to learn or memorize. So first starting with the definition of acid. So how we define an acid? A simple definition of acid. Acids are proton donors. Donor refers to if something give, we call that as a donor. So simple definition of acids. Acids are proton donor. Any substance which donate proton, we call that as acid. There's a difference between proton and hydrogen atom. Like if we draw hydrogen atom, what is hydrogen atom? Hydrogen is 1 1. So this hydrogen contains one proton inside the nucleus and one electron is revolving around. This is hydrogen atom. But what happens if this hydrogen atom lose electron? So if there is a loss of electron, so then what we are left with? We are left with hydrogen plus charge because it loses one electron, so it is plus charge. And when this hydrogen plus charge is there, it means it has only proton. So hydrogen plus is also known as proton. So definition of acids. Acids are proton donors or any substance which give hydrogen ion, we call that as acid. That's why, like example, if I write HCl, so HCl, which ions it will dissociate or break down? In which ion it will give or break down? So HCl contain what? HCl will break down into H plus ion and Cl minus ion. So if a substance break down or give a hydrogen ion when it break, what we call that substance? We call that substance as an acid. So hydrochloric acid. Why we call hydrochloric acid? Because it gives proton or it gives H plus ion when we make an aqueous solution or dissolve in water. But what will happen? Like example, if you have NaCl, sodium chloride, and when you mix sodium chloride to water, it will dissociate into ion, or it will dissociate means break down. So it will break down into ion, sodium ion and chloride ion. Is this an acid? NaCl is an acid, yes or no? Is this NaCl an acid? The definition of acids. Acids are substances which donate proton or hydrogen plus ion. So the question is, NaCl will dissociate into Na plus and Cl minus. Is this an acid? Yes or no? So it is not an acid. Why it is not an acid? Because it does not give so it does not give H plus ion. So if it does not give H plus ion, that's why we don't say it is acid. It can be any other substance. It is a salt basically, but you will learn later about the definition of the salt. So acid is a substance which give proton or dissociate into hydrogen ion. We call that substance as acid. Like example, If we have HNO3, what are the ions present in HNO3? In what ions it will break down? HNO3. So HNO3, what it contain? It contain hydrogen ion, or it will break down into hydrogen ion, and it will break down into nitrate ion. So if a substance break down or gives hydrogen ion, what we call that substance? We call that substance as acid. Same thing if it is H2SO4. So what are the ions it will dissociate? It will dissociate into two hydrogen ions or break down into two hydrogen ions, and it will give one sulfate ion. Is this an acid? H2SO4. H2SO4 is an acid? Yes or no? So H2SO4 is an acid. Why it is an acid? Because it is giving hydrogen ion. Same thing, CH3 COOH, it dissociate or break down into CH3 COO and H plus. Is this substance an acid? CH3COH.
Yes.
So it is also an acid. Why? Because it is giving out H plus. So whenever a substance give you H plus ion or dissociate into H plus ion, we call that substance as an acid. But if I write MgSO4, MgSO4 will dissociate into Mg plus and SO4 minus. Is this an acid? MgSO4 dissociate into Mg plus 2 and SO4 minus 2. Is this an acid? MgSO4?
No, sir.
So it's not an acid. Why it's not an acid? Because it does not give hydrogen ion. So a substance which dissociate or break down into hydrogen ion or donate hydrogen ion, we call that substance as acid. So in exam, if they ask define acid, so what is the definition of acid? It's of 2 marks. 1 mark is for mentioning proton. Acids are proton, so 1 mark is for mentioning proton, and the second mark is for donor. Donor means something which gives. So acids are proton donors, you will score 2 marks. Is this clear? The idea of acid, the definition of acid? Take the screenshot of this. Donor means the substance which give. So example, we have H2CO3 and it dissociates into 2 hydrogen ions and 1 carbonate ion. Is this an acid?
Yes.
Is this an acid? So this is an acid. How we identify it's an acid? Because it is donated. The donor means the substance which gives. So it is H plus ion. Donor means it is donating H plus ion. So we call this substance as an acid. Same way, if there's a reaction, you have NH3 plus HCl, and it changes into NH4 with a plus charge and Cl minus charge. The question is, which substance is acid? NH3 or HCl? So how you can identify, in this case, you have an equation and the question is which substance is an acid? So how you can identify, you have to apply a definition of acid. What is the definition of acid? Acids are proton donors. So if you check, or hydrogen ion donors. So if you check NH3, first there are 3 hydrogens. Then there are 4 hydrogen. So what does it mean? The hydrogen number increases. It is not donating, it is accepting proton. First it is NH3, then it becomes NH4. So if NH3 become NH4, it means it is accepting proton or taking proton. That's why first 3 hydrogens are there, then there are 4 hydrogens. But what about HCl? When you check HCl, first 1 hydrogen is there, after the reaction no hydrogen. So it means this substance HCl, what it is doing? It is donating proton So if a substance give proton, if a substance donate proton, what we call that substance? We call that substance as an acid. So which substance is acid here in this example? NH3 or HCl? So substance which is donating proton is called acid. So that's why HCl is an acid here. So answer for this is HCl. Why HCl? Because HCl is donating or giving hydrogen ion. How you identify give? Because if it give hydrogen, then the number of hydrogen will decrease. So first it's HCl and then it becomes Cl only. Is this clear? Identification of acid from the equation. So you will find this type of question also a common question, that a substance which gives proton or give hydrogen ion, that substance is simply known as acid. So how you identify it give proton or hydrogen ion? If the hydrogen number decrease, it means it is donating. If hydrogen number increase, it means it is accepting. Take the screenshot. I'll give another example. Just 2 minutes, I'll be back.